This is the real estate website we are going to be building. You can see it has a beautiful layout. You can see properties here, featured properties. But if I go back up, you can search for any property. Let's just say you can see New York, location not found. Let's just say Milan, location not found. So when you put a location that is found, you're going to be presented with some properties. Let's do another one. Now, if I put Miami, it shows me Miami, Miami Beach, Miami-Dade County. I'm just going to use this one. And then you can filter by price. You can filter by bedrooms. Let's just say 2 bedrooms and above, 2 bathrooms. And then you have more filters, amenities, and all that. And if I click on search, you see it brings me this particular property that fits all my search filters. So this is how the search page looks. If I go back to the home page, and you see I have some featured properties here. I could click on one of these properties. You'll see it shows me this gallery, which I can slide and see. And this particular property is located in Miami. What a beautiful property. So I can close this. I can see this one. It's actually a rental property. And you could see it was built in 1998. It was remodeled in 2020. And this was added just 3 hours ago. And has 7 bedrooms and 7 rooms. 3 are bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and it's 2 floors. I see this description. I can close this out. I see opening of the house. And then you could look at the amenities here, and then you can contact this particular person from there. So this website also has a contact page. You could sign up. And you could log in and log out, and you could edit your profile from here. So this is a full-fledged real estate website. Now you can look at the properties in grid view, and you can also look at the properties in list view. And there is also the half map where you see the map at the corner. So this is the proper real estate website we're going to be building. If this is something you're interested in, then let's get on. The first thing you need in order to build a website of any kind is hosting. In our case, I'm going to be showing you 3 different varieties of hosting which you can use for your website. Now, mind you, hosting is simply where your website files are going to be resident. So the first hosting provider is Hostinger, and they have a very wonderful deal here. If you buy for up to 48 months, you're going to be paying very little, and you can just click here on claim deal. If you want to host up to 100 websites, you can go with this plan, this particular plan. If not, I advise you to go with either this or this. If you're going to be hosting a lot on your website, then I advise you to go with the cloud startup. But if not, you can go with this particular one, $2.9 a month. Just click on choose. Once you choose that particular plan, it's going to redirect you to the next page. And you see, instead of you paying $570 something, you have a discount. Instead of $575, you're going to be paying $143. So you can just click on continue. But this only applies if you're buying up to 48 months. So it is going to bring it down to $2.99. If not, if you're buying just for 12 months, you're going to be paying $108. The next hosting provider I'm going to be showing you is A2 Hosting. Now, they are offering a 76% discount. So just scroll down. If you want to get shared hosting, you can click on this to get started. And you see it also starts at $2.99. Actually, $2.99. This hosting starts at $2.99. It's practically the same price. But the maximum you can buy for A2 hosting is 36 months, and it's going to cost you $107. So it's practically the same thing. If you buy 36 months here, they don't offer 36 months. It's either 1 month, 12 months, 24 months, or 48 months. So if you want to buy for 3 years, then you should go with A2 hosting. I'm going to leave all the links in the description. And the third hosting provider you can use is WPX. This is a more pricey hosting provider. And if I come to pricing, let me just come to WordPress hosting. And you're going to see that it's more expensive, but it is well worth the price. I've used this for a client's website and it was 100% worth the price because they had a lot of properties which they are hosting, and then external, it's a marketplace, a hosting marketplace, a rental marketplace. So it was well worth the price. So they start at $20 per month now, and you can host up to 5 websites with 15 gigabytes of space. So you don't need to get any form of cloud hosting if you're getting WPX. So this is what you should choose. If you click on buy now, you see it is going to prompt you. You're going to add the domain name and then continue. So after getting your domain name and your hosting, the first thing is that you are going to install WordPress. It is easy peasy. I'm going to leave a link in the description on how to install WordPress on A2 hosting. So if you're getting A2 hosting, you can find the link on how to do that. You can also find the link on how to install on Hostinger on my other videos. So I'm not going to drag too much of your time. I'm not going to try to, drag this left and right. The next thing, when you install your hosting, you are brought to this home screen, which looks very much like this. Now, if I look at this website on the front end, you're going to see this is what you see. It's just a basic home page. Why? Because these are the themes. This is the theme we have now. This is the 2025 theme, and it has nothing in it. So the first thing we want to do is to go to the left-hand side and want to go to plugins and click on add new plugin. And want to look for Estatik. And this is what we want to install, is the Estatik real estate plugin. We are going to install that right away. And it's going to take a little bit of time to install. Now we'll activate it. If you look at this, you're going to see comparison of the plans. You're going to see this one has, this is a simple version which we're going to be installing. Unlimited download access, simple sharing, wish lists, and safe searches, and all that. And then if you want other features like maybe PDF feature, compare feature, CSV, nearby work integration, WhatsApp, white label, and all these, you're going to have to get one of the pro features. So, but we are not going to be using any of these. We are going to be using the free plan. So just click on adjust plugin to your needs. And you see, I'm going to have to choose my country where I'm based. And this is the single owner. If you want an agency whereby you can have multiple real estate agents listing on the same website, you're going to have to get the pro. So I'm going to choose on USA. I'm going to click on continue. And then I need to get my Google Maps API key. I'm going to get that from my Google Cloud Console account right away. Now you can see this link underneath here. I'll just right click and copy this link, and I'm going to open it in a new browser. So that's the link I've pasted there. So if I scroll down, I'll see get to the credentials page. I'll just click on that. And it's going to bring me right on to this credential page. And I already have a project, an ongoing project here. If I click on that, I can use the same credentials on this particular project I'm using. I'll just go ahead and copy the keys I've already created here. But if not, you can simply come to this site and create a new project. Just click on create credentials. Since you're already on the maps section, just click on create credentials. You can add a new project and get the API key. If you don't know how to do that, I'm going to leave a link in the description on how to obtain Google Maps API keys. So I'm going to go back to my website, which I'm building. Now here I am. I'm going to paste the Google Maps credential keys here, and I'm going to click on continue. Now, after clicking on continue, I'm brought to this page, and it gives me recommended pages. If I don't need any particular page, I'll just click on it, and it's going to uncheck it. For these last 4 pages, you need the pro version in order for you to have them. So this is going to be the list layout. It's going to list out all the properties. It's going to display them in a list. This one is going to display them in a grid. This one is going to display them with a map. This one is going to display search results. This one is for the sign up. This is for login. This is for reset password. And this is for profile. I'll click on continue. And it says, would you like to add demo listings? I'll say yes. It's going to fetch all the demo data and it's going to display them. If not, you're going to have to create everything from scratch. So it's doing its setup. I'm going to have to wait for a few minutes. Now, as you can see, it's loaded the demo content on my website. If I just open one listing, this is how it looks. I'll view this on the front end. And you see, this is what it looks like. I'm going to say no. This is what it looks like. It's really, really professional. Now, you'll notice also that I have all these pages here. This is a grid layout. These are demo pages which have been added. This is the list layout. And then this is the login. This is the login page. And this is the map view. We'll just go through the pages one by one. You can see it shows me there's something wrong. I don't know. That seems to be something, an issue with the Google Maps credentials. I'm going to check it again. And then you can see the profile. And then the reset password. And then, of course, these are search results. This here they are. And this is sign up page. Now, if you notice that if I come back to the home of this website, the theme is not very good. So the first thing I want to do is that I want to change the theme. I'll come back to my dashboard and I want to come to appearance themes and I want to search for Astra. I want to use a theme called Astra. I'll just search there for Astra, A-S-T-R-A, and this is it. I'm going to install it. When I install it, it's going to tell me to install another plugin. I'll activate it, which is called Starter Templates. And if I visit the website now, even before installing Starter Templates, you see it's already looking a lot different. So we may not need Starter Template for now, but I'll just leave it the way it is. So we want to go back to the dashboard of our website and do some more configurations to all the properties. But on second thought, I think we should install Starter Template. So under plugins, I'll click on Add New. I'm going to search for Starter Template. Starter Template. And this is it. The first one, I'll install that. I'm going to activate. And it's going to prompt me to want to import some template. So how would you want to build your website? AI builder website. I'm going to go with the classic starter templates. I'll choose my page builder Elementor. Now, I think I need to come back, first of all, and install Elementor page builder. I'll come back to the dashboard of my website. I'll come to plugins, and then I want to click on Add New, and I want to search for Elementor. Elementor. And I'm just going to install Elementor. And I'll activate it right away. So Elementor is installed. That's a free version. Now, I'll see maybe later here. I'm having an issue because it can't identify Elementor, so it can't display the Elementor template. But now that Elementor is installed, you see it's displayed there. So you can search and filter websites. Let's just see if we find something like real estate. All of these are templates. And I click on search. When you see anyone which says premium, it means you have to pay in order to use that particular one. We have a lot of website templates here for real estate. This is construction company, roofing agency, and quite a number, interior design, and all that. I think I will go with something in the construction line. This one says construction company. I could go with that one, but at the same time, I could look for another better one. I'll just go with this construction company, and I can just import this template. Now, you see, you can add your logo here if you have one. I'm not going to bother about that very much. And then you can change your font here. So this is the construction company template. And you see, you can change your color scheme here. If you want something greenish, when I click on that, you see all of these, they change to green. You want something in the orange neighborhood, that is it. Something bluish. I think I'm going to go with this green. I'm going to click on continue. You can change the fonts here too. I'll click on continue. And it's asking me what I want to add to my website. I'll just go with the page builder only. You can add sales funnels, automations, and integrations and all that. I'll just click on continue. And you can add in your email address, your work email, your name, and all that. I'll just leave it as it is. I'll click submit and build my website. And it's going to import that template. So you can see this confetti effect after the template is installed. And I'm just going to click on view your website, visit your website. And this is what it shows me. It shows me this. It's quite beautiful, but we are going to have to change this right away. We are going to make some good, some heavy changes to this particular template. Now let's do a little bit of work on the outlook of this website. The first thing we want to do is that we want to change these menu items here. So we'll go back to the back end of our website. I want to go under appearance. We want to go to menus. I'll right click and open it in another tab. And I see here I have home. If I come to projects, you see we have this here. We don't really need those. If I come to services, we have these services here. If I come to about, you see about. And then if I come to contact us, you can see the contact us page here. Now, this is more of a real estate website. We don't really need services and all that. The main service we offer is real estate. So what I want to do is that I want to come and add the pages which were given me by this team. First of all, let me just box select these three: projects, services, and about, and I'll remove them. And then this grid layout, list layout, login, map view, profile. I mean, just basically everything that was given me by the theme, by the plugin Estatik. I'm going to add them there: grid layout, list layout, login, map view, profile, and sign up. I'm going to add them there. I'm going to drag this contact and bring it down. And then for grid layout, list layout, and map view, I'm going to put them under properties. So I'll click and add the properties tab, come to custom links. The link URL is going to just be the pound sign. I'll see properties. That's going to be the link text. I'll add to menu. I'll bring it up here. I want to bring list layout under it and map view under it. Then for these ones, I'm going to see account. So I'll give the same pound sign here. And I'm going to see count. I'll add to menu. And then I'm going to bring it above here. And then I'll add login under it. I'll add sign up rather than login, and then profile. And if I save this, you see that these ones are going to be dropped down under properties. If I now come and I click on my logo here, you see these are drop downs under properties, but they are not very visible until I hover over them. We are going to fix that in a little bit. How do we fix that? I'll just come back here and I want to come to appearance. I want to come to customize. And it brings me to the customize page. You see it's still loading. And I want to come to menus. No, not that. That has brought me somewhere else. Anyway, if I click here on this pen icon and I come to design. If I come to design, you see menu color, the background is transparent. But the sub menu, I want to look for the sub menu over here. So what we need to do rather is come under transparent header. When you come to the header builder here, you see customize transparent header. And when you come there, click on design, scroll down to where you see sub menu, and the text color is this. We want to change the background to be this green. So now if we hover over this, we see it changes. Now, to change this phone number, simply click on edit, this edit button, and you can change it there. So I'm just going to publish this for now, and then I need to go back to my website. If I look at this on the front end, you see now everything shows pretty well. Now, the same thing with the logo. You can change the logo from here, change it to whatever it is you desire. I'm going to leave this logo. I'll just use it for now since it's for demonstration purposes. Now, one other thing you should notice is if I click on properties, it doesn't take me anywhere. So I have to click on the drop down buttons. If I now click on the drop down buttons, you see when I hover over this, it turns to green and is not very recognizable. So what I can do is that I could come back here, still on transparent header. I'll just go to design and transparent header. So you could change it on hover. You could change it on hover. So when it's on hover, what should it be? Maybe you want it to just be a lighter shade of this green. I'll do this and then I'll make it lighter, a lighter shade of this green. So I'll publish that. And if I come here, I want to reload this page, and you see it's a lighter shade and it's visible. Now, but when I click on this grid view, you see that when we come to this page, I don't see anything on the header. It's not very visible. So what I want to do is I will come back here and I'll click on one of these pages. I'll just close this. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'll go back to customize. But now I want to click on one of the internal pages. I'll go to, let's say, header builder. I'll go to header builder and I want to click on one of these pages like the grid view. And then it's going to load that page as it shows on the live website. I can customize all of this. I can click on this and it's doing one weird thing here. I'll just click back there and then I'll go to design. I want to come down and the menu color, the text link. Let's say I could make the menu color to be something different, but I'm just going to instead change the text color to be green. And for the menu font, you can make it to be thicker. Let's say you can make it to be 600. So this is how it's going to apply. It's going to display on the website. If I publish this now, this is how it was looking before. But if I should now reload this page, you see it's now showing very, very clearly. And if you hover over it, you see the drop down. It's showing very clearly. So this is it. Now, I don't think that thick font really does it for me. Personally, I don't know what your preference may be. But personally, for me, it doesn't really do it. So I could just decide to make it the same 500 it was. Menu font, I will retain it to be 500. And then if I come here and I reload this page, I think it's looking better. It's looking a lot better right now. So this is this. You can change all of this here. You can change all of this here. All of this top header. Let's say if I want to make this entire section to be black instead, I'll come to design and the background, I may decide to make it black. So you see, when I make it black, it is more visible. All the items here, this urbanness is more visible. If your logo were black, you could leave it to be white. So just tweak it according to the needs of your website. Now that we are here on the home page, we want to do some work. I will go back to the home page. And I want to edit this. I'll click on edit with Elementor. And I'm going to do some design changes here. Now look at the home page. This is the original home page. And this is the editable screen. It appears it's still loading. I'll reload again. I don't know why it's not loading yet. So this is our home page, but we want to do some work on it. We want to change some items here. If I should now come here, there seems to be an issue. The Elementor is not really loading. Oh, it's loading now. It seems to be loading now. So it lands me on this page. I'll just close this. I know what needs to be done. And the first thing is this area is too wide. You see this area right from the top header right down here is too wide. I may want to reduce the height of that. This is it. The minimum height is 940. I want to reduce it to be, let's see, I'll make it 600. And I'm going to change the background image here. I'll select another image and upload it from my computer. I could upload any of these pictures. Which one is going to be the best? I think this one is going to be the best. It really gives a luxury real estate vibe. I'll copy, I'm going to insert that. And then I want to change the background positioning. It's center, repeat, no repeat. Okay, it's cover. What I want to do now is I want to come to the background overlay and I want to change the background overlay. So from what I see, the background overlay is color is that black and the location is this. But I really don't think this cuts it for me. So what I want to do is that I want to reduce the opacity, the transparency rather. So I'm going to reduce the transparency. You see, when I do it this way, it shows the image better. Now I want to look at this on the front end. I'll just publish. And then I'm going to reload this live page to see how it looks. Yeah, it looks good, but you see there is too much going on here. So I will remove this particular text here that says build your dream. And then I'm going to reduce the text here. Then I may expand this entire section a little bit. So the first thing is I'll delete this text that says build your dream. I deleted that. I'm going to reduce this text to just be probably one line. And I'm going to click on this, go to advanced or layout rather. And I want to make this 620 or let's say 650. And I will publish that. If I come to the front end of the website and I reload, you see this is what we have. This is what we have. I can reduce the space between these elements here. I'll simply come here and I'll come here to this section. And when I come to advanced, I want to remove the top margin. When I come, if I publish this and check this on the front end of the website, if I reload the website again, you see, so this is what we have. We've removed that space there. And then I want to remove some of the space between this line, and this bigger text here. So I want to come to this text, go to advanced, and I see the bottom padding is 20. I'll make it 10 or even 5. So it now gives the other elements some breathing space. For this button, I want to make the text to be bolder. So I'm going to go to the text typography and the width is going to be 700. So you see it makes it bolder. You could even change the text color to be white. It makes it cleaner. And the same here, I'll come to style, typography, width should be 700. So I'll publish this. And if I come to this website, you see this is how it looks now. You can go ahead and change all of these items here. Take for example, we could want to make all of these to be white. I personally prefer them to be white because it makes it look really clean. And then for this text, I'll also make it to be white. I'll change the typography to be weight 500. And it's also white. So for this here, the first thing is I'm going to delete one row. I'm going to delete one row. And it's going to be this row down. I'll just delete that. And here I want to change the images. I'll change this image. And I'll use this particular one here. I'll insert that. For this, I'm going to change and insert this other picture. Which one can I use? I'll use this one. And for this, I'm also going to change the image. Upload image to maybe this. So if I publish this now, already I can see that the spacing is not what it was before. I'll just reload this page. And you see the pictures here, they are more jumbled up, they are more choked up. You can fix that by giving padding. So I'll come to advanced and I'll give all around margin rather, all around margin of 10. Or I'll make this 5. Let's make this 5. I'll come here, come to advanced, make this 5. It should be all around. And the same thing here. I'll make this to be 5. If I now publish, you can, and I reload the page, you can see we have some space in here now. And I'll say, I'll change this here to be premium properties. I'll leave all of these the way they are. Now, mind you, we don't need everything here. For this, we could just remove all of these. And we could see our latest designs. And I'll just leave this the way they are. I'll leave the testimonies too. I'll publish this. And I will remove this particular area here. And I'll remove this button. Transform your communities. This and that. If I publish this and view the website, the home page on the front end, you can see it's turning out to be a very beautiful website, a very beautiful real estate website. So here I want to reduce the opacity and I want to add a picture there. I want to come here, come to style, background overlay, and the opacity, I'm going to reduce this. I'll change this by going to the background, and I want to change this picture here to something else. I'll use another property, select, and let's see, I could use this particular one. It's uploading. I'll just insert it here. So you can see it's inserted, and all the text and the elements which you saw on it, they are going to load. So here they are, and I can just publish. Don't mind, it's just an Elementor glitch. That's why you see it appearing and disappearing. For this button, I want the text on it to be white. I'm going to come to style and I'm going to change the text color to white, and the typography, the width, I want it to be 700 so that it's really thick and visible. And if I now publish this, come this way, and I make this to be white, I'll make this text to also be white, then I'll come and change all of these. The icons should also be white, and the text should also be white. And now that it is what it is, I will leave it the way it is. Change this button, the text color should also be white, and it should be, width should be 700. Now that is it. So for this particular form, it's linked to, I think it's linked to contact form 7. We are going to adjust that later on. I just want us to finish with this home page. And if I reload this page, you see it's looking quite good. Looking quite good. These are sample designs which we have done. So this is a real estate website. Now we want to go ahead with the other parts of this website. Now notice something. If I should come to one of these pages here, the property pages, the grid view, you'll see we have this address bar where we can search for a particular property in a particular area. But you will notice that we don't have it on the home page. So we want to have something like this on the home page. Now we are going to add that by making use of shortcodes. Shortcodes are simply lines of code that display particular information. So the information, they are preset. For you to do that, just simply go to estatik.net/docs/category/shortcodes. And I'm going to leave the link to this in the description. So the first thing we want to do is that you see property search slider. That's a property sliders. We'll add all of these. We can add these to the website. But the first thing we want to do is this property search. If I open it in a new page, it's going to give me, says this shortcode displays property slider. The shortcode inherits all attributes of alias that so it can be used. So for us to have a vertical slider, the layout is going to be equal to vertical. If you want a horizontal, then it's going to be equals to horizontal. So we need to copy this shortcode. We need to copy this shortcode, this particular one, and we need to paste it on the page we want it to be displayed. Unfortunately, I opened the wrong link. What I need is this search form. I'll open it in a new tab. And so this is it, ES search form. This is it. Then we are going to see layout equal to horizontal. I'll copy this. I'll come back to my home page. If I should add something like, let's just see a section on top of here, or let's say beneath here, I'll just click on this plus and add a section. And I'm going to look for shortcode. I'll drag it and paste it here. You see, it's already beginning to display, but this is not exactly what we want. We want something that looks a lot better, a little bit better than this. So we will come and want to copy this layout equals horizontal. I'll copy this. I'll say layout equals, and it's going to be horizontal. And here you could add the address placeholder. You could also search type main or simple or advanced. You know, you could add a lot of stuff here to make it more complex. I'm going to copy this, and inside here I'm going to give a space. I'm going to Ctrl V, and then I'm going to change this to horizontal. Horizontal. And then you are going to see how it should have changed to horizontal. There seems to be something which I'm not doing yet. Okay, I'll just drag this to fill this entire section, and I'll just apply this first of all, and then publish. Then I'm going to see if there's anything that needs to be changed. Now you can see there's still no change, and one thing we need to do is to copy, and we need to make this to be search type to be simple. I'll copy this, I'll come back here, and I'm going to paste it inside here. I'll give a space, I'll Ctrl V, and you see it makes it main. And you can see this is the address bar, and then you can add your price, type, and all that. And you can also add a lot of other things. You can see add the title, and then you can give it a padding. Search from CSS padding, add spaces in the box form container used for search equal to type main only. And then you can also add address. You can add background color, main filter. You can choose the kind of filters you enable. You can choose what you want to collapse and all that. I'll just come here. This is exactly how I want it to be. You can change this background color here. Mind you, you can change this background color. I'll just publish that for now. Now, I also think it's a good idea for me to have some listings. I'll close this particular page. For me to have some listings on this particular page. Yes, I have pictures there. I could actually delete all of these, delete this, and delete all of these. The point of this tutorial is on the real estate part and not the aesthetics. So I want to add a shortcode here. I want to add another shortcode. I'm simply going to look for the shortcode widget. I'll drag it and add it here. And I'll come to shortcodes, and you see where it's here listings. I want to open that on the new page. And this is the shortcode for me to add listings. I'll copy that, come back here, and simply paste it here. Now, mind you, if I am too fast, make sure you increase the speed. I'm going to drag this to fill this section, and you can make it, toggle it to be grid. Rather, I want it to be grid by default. I don't know if there's a setting for that. So this shortcode allows the following attributes to output different listings. So I can add layout equals to grid 3. I can copy this, or grid 2, or list, or half map. You can do that. And if I paste this inside this particular shortcode, so you see by default it is grid. It's on grid, and I can now toggle it on to be on, list format, but I'm going to leave it to be grid. And you could also choose how many you want. I can also just give a heading here. Let's just say I'll duplicate this, and then I'll drag this particular one down. I will drag it. It's not responding. I'll copy this right now, bring it up here, and I want to paste it somewhere around here. I want to paste it there. Oh no, it's not displaying the way I want it to. I'll just drag a heading widget. Heading widget. It's not displaying how I want it to display. Let's just say I duplicate this, and then still not displaying the way I want it to. I will delete this particular one. I'll delete that. I'm going to add a section. Let's just say add a section here. And then I'm going to add a heading, that heading inside here. And instead of this, I'm going to say featured properties. So this is going to be featured properties. And I'll come here to this entire section. I want to remove some items here. I want to change the padding and the heading. I'll come to advanced. I want the top padding to be 0. So, and then I want to give this section a background color of white instead of the default background color should be white. And then I want to give it the top margin of, let's say, no, not top margin, but top padding rather. Top padding of 70. So this is it. You could align this heading to be at the center. And then you could also choose to give it the bottom padding, or this entire section rather, bottom padding of, let's say, 10. So that is that. So we now have some properties on this page. I'll delete this, and this about the founders. I'll delete this. I'll also delete this. And I could also delete this particular one and give this a bottom padding of, let's just say, about 10. And instead of our latest designs, I'll see our latest building. Buildings. All right. I'll publish that. Those are our latest buildings. So now we want to come to and see other pages on the website. So now we have generic categories, just like grid view, and the grid view shows us every property we have. Let's say you want to show only a particular category of properties. So what we need to do is I'm going to go back to my home page. I'll go back to my home page, not my home page, but my dashboard rather. And it says avoid from emails, avoid spam folder. I'll leave that. I'll go back to pages. And I have this page here which says services. Services. If I view this page, this is what it shows me. I want to remove what I have here and I want to add apartments. So I'm going to just edit this with Elementor. And I want to come to my listings, still listings. I'm going to copy this, but I'm going to filter it by apartments. I want to use just apartments here. So these are services. I'm going to see apartments here. Apartments. And then I want to reduce the height of this. I'll go to advanced. I'll make the top to be, let's say, 150. And the bottom to be, let's say we could leave it at 70. 70. These apartments, I'm going to reduce the size of this text. I'll come to style. And then I'm going to make this, let's say, 50. Apartments. And of course, I'll take off all of these. I don't need them. I'll take this off. I'll also take this off. I'll delete these two. Not forgetting this. I'll delete all of this. Now I want to add another shortcode. I want to add a shortcode here. I'll just drag this and add this there. I'm going to add that listings shortcode. It gives us generic listings. The first thing I want to do is that I want to make it to be layout equals to grid 3. Here it is. No, let me just close this page so that I don't keep hovering from page to page. I'll come back here. I'll add that Control V. And you see why it shows services here is because we have not changed it here. I'm going to come to settings very soon and change that. But now you will see there's something called type. Type equals this. I'm going to copy this. I'll come back to these services and I need to add it here. I'll Control V and I want to go and search a particular type of properties. If I come to pages, I come to Estatik. I'll just go to my dashboard. And if I come to settings, I think it should be under settings. Or is it okay? Data manager. And you see here type. I'll click on type. And it shows me apartments. Apartment, condo. There are 76 of them. Condos, houses, land, multifamily, and office and all that. So what we want to choose, what we want to add there is the ID number, which you see, you can see 76, you can see 5, you can see 97 for condos. So I'm going to put 76 for apartments. I'll come here. Term ID equals 76. So when I add that, it's going to give me apartments. You see it's changed. And I'm shown apartments here. And you could also specify the number which you want to display. And you could see post per page equals to, if I add post per page equals to, let's say 12. Let me just come here. I'll add that. Post per page equals, let's say 12. So instead of 6, it's going to display 12 posts here. If I apply that, per page number, there should be at least 12 posts here. For some reason, it's not actually displaying. For some reason, it's not displaying. I'm going to just do some debugging right now. For some reason, it's not working as it's supposed to work. But we're just going to leave it as it is. Now, another thing you may want to do, I'll just publish this for now. I had to change this to apartments. And then you see it's going to change here. And if I should publish that, when I reload this page, it should change here. Now you can see apartments here, but it's still the same 6 results. Now, here, look at this. We know that sometimes real estate companies, they have some properties for sale and others are for rent. So if we come to rent periods or we come to things like categories, you see for rent, you see others for sale. Now if we come back here, you see instead of type ES type equals to ID, we can have ES category equals to term ID. So I could do the same, what I did here. I could copy this. I could copy this. And then I want to add a new page. I'll come to pages, come to all pages. I'll just close this apartment. And then where we saw projects, let me look at projects. I'm just going to click on edit with Elementor. I think I could still open the apartments page and just copy and paste some stuff. Edit projects. I'll delete these two, and then delete this. I'll also delete this. I'll copy this from here. I'll paste it here, and then I'll say for rent. Now, when you're done with all of this, you can add it to your home page. I'll also copy this entire section. I'll paste it here, and I'll edit the shortcode. This is going to be ES category equals this. I'll come here and see type ES. I'll Control V, and then I can change the ID there by coming back to Data Manager. Here it was already, and ID is going to be 3. ID is going to be 3. So you can see we have these are properties for rent. I'm going to publish that. Now, the next thing we want to do is, if we come to the home page of this website, and we go to visit site, and if I click on grid layout and I click on any of these properties, this is how the individual properties look. This one, you see, it's 1,500. We don't know if it's for rent or if it's for sale. And then we can see some fields here. For some reason, my Google Maps is not displaying here, but it should. So these are all the features. If we want to manage this, there is something here under the Estatik dashboard that says Field Manager. I'll come back there. Now, if I come here, you can look at things like, we see price per square meter. Where is that here? It should be somewhere here, because I see it on, I think this should be it, price per square meter, per square foot. Then we see category, rent period. Where do we see rent period here? This is category, so it's for rent. So this is 1,500 per month. All right, let me go back. I mistakenly pressed. And then rent period should be, I know that it's for rent. Date added 3 hours ago. Year build 1998. If this is type, status, bedrooms, bathrooms, total rooms, floor, area, year built. So this is the year built here. So this is what we call custom post types. This is the year built 1998. Let's look at other things. Total rooms and all that. So we want to be able to add or remove properties or remove fields from here. You see add fields. You can add something which is going to show on the front end, and it's going to have a specific label on the front end. Now, if I come under amenities, these are amenities, dishwasher, dryer, microwave, and all that. So if I come here and click on amenities, where do I say amenities? Amenities and features. So it shows me amenities here. So you see, these are all the amenities we have: table, dishwasher, dryer, and all that. You can add an option here. Let's say you can see equipped kitchen. So you've added that there. And when the person is listing, it's visible for all users. When this particular person is listing their item, they can choose that as an available amenity. Make sure to save your changes. Now, this particular section up here is called basics. So here we have basics. I'll click on basics. So this is where we see all of these. Status is for rent, bedrooms. So you see bedrooms, you see the status, and we can click on this status, and you see the status. What's your property status? Visible on the front end. So the basics. You see single property section, visible on the front end. The type is a drop down, and then option 1 active, auto draft, deleted, and all that. So we can change the status from here. Bedrooms, these are the number of bedrooms we are going to have, and then you can set the minimum, and it's going to be visible for all users on the platform. Now mind you, if there is any of these fields you don't want, you can delete it from here. Year remodel, year build, lot size. Maybe you want to add something instead. You wanted to add another field, let's say like the parking lot. You could go ahead and add that right from here. And you can also add sections. So we see this is visible for all. I'll just come back to basics. I think we are under basics. Let me just reload this. And under basics, you can add a field here. Let's say parking lot. Parking lot. And then label on the front end is still going to be parking lot. Visible on front end, yes, it's going to be visible. And then the single property, on which section should it be? Is it under description or open house? It should be under basics. Admin tab, still basics, and this should be required. And then the text should be, let's say, we want to say parking lot size in square feet. SQFT, parking lot size. Then you want it to be visible on front end, of course, and then it should be visible for all users. You can save changes here. You're going to see it on this side right now. So this is it, parking lot. If I could change this to parking lot size, let me just edit it. I want to edit it. Parking lot size. So that is that. And I will save changes. You can also rearrange all of these. You can drag this parking lot size to maybe be under lot size. Okay, there was already a lot size there, but we'll just maintain it the way it is. You can also add sections. Let's say you want to add sections about security and all that. Then for the request form, you can use drag and drop features and change the basic in the right section. So for the request form, you can enable all of that here. You can change all of that here. Now let's look at this in action. If we go back to my listings, and if I want to edit any of these, you can add a new property here. This is where you click to add a new property. If I should open this in a new tab, you see you can add all of that here. You can add all of what. Now this is the parking lot size which we just added. You can see it. So you will see it here when we try to open a new property. Let's open a property that is already existing. Let's click on edit this one. You see that that is one of the few fields that is not yet filled. So you see parking lot size. This is it. There was already lot size and it was already filled. And but parking lot size, since it's something we just added, is not yet filled. So that is the basics of how to create a real estate website for free. If you want to extend, the functionality of your real estate website, I'm going to put my affiliate link in the description of this video for you to upgrade to the pro plan of the Estatik plugin. When you use the Estatik plugin Pro, you are going to be able to add other real estate agents to your properties, and it's going to give you more flexibility. So if you got any value out of this video, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell. God bless you. Peace.